Boyd said that Flashy Claudia of the FSU is more evil than Tomatay Skerrit and Dr. McIntyre. She said she cannot believe that Flashy Claudia agreed to the imposition of license on credit unions by his rogue government. De Chef said that Flashy Claudia's behavior is more stinking than how he describes Benji's mouth. Boyd said that the credit union movement started in Dominica in 1951 by Sister Alicia de Tremery. The late Belgian nun started the movement because of the harsh economic situation at the time. The country was plagued with communicable diseases and people could not afford the basic amenities of life. But 72 years later a bunch of lowlives in high offices are going to bleed the poor people's movement, simply because they are only about enriching themselves at the expense of the poor. The helper said Flashy Claudia continues to tithe from the state to feed and fuel his girly men. Boyd said that if Flashy Claudia can assist Tomatay Skerrit to milk poor people, the Tidui Woodman will also tithe from the state. She said a few weeks ago the girly men hunter didn't want to meet the investor at Fort Young, because the investor was questioning the miscellaneous fees, and Flashy Claudia got angry that the man did not want to pay US $400,000 for a license. The man had no other choice, so he wanted to speak to the Minister of Finance. The helper said tell Flashy Claudia that he can use all male enhancement drugs, his straight pin and his tight pants will never get bigger. The assistant chef said that Parliament is now a circus filled with money-hungry apologists, starting with the rejected recalled sidekined Carpetbagger Vince. She said Vince is a shameless impressionist who is unliked within the Labah cabal. The helper said just how Lil Willy Tony is unliked within his own bedroom. The assistant chef said that Carpetbagger Vince is mad that Dr. McIntyre is Tomatay Skerrit's preferred choice as his replacement as the head of the rotten fish Labah cabal. She said the leaders in the Labah cabal don't like the pompous sweet-talking louse from Backstreet, Sen Jo. So he was just putting on a show when he was congratulating Dr. McIntyre on his maiden budget address. The helper said to tell Vince to go and help to stop the shootings in Gwanbay, and stop going to Cuba Road to mow the Badventist lawn on Saturdays. The assistant chef said that Judas De Speaker demonstrated that he has more degrees in arse kissing than a rectal thermometer. She said that a motion was moved seeking more time for Senator Parris to complete his presentation, because the members on the government side didn't answer in order to let the motion go through. The Political Mule asked the question a second time, denying Senator Parris the extra 10 minutes. The helper said that Judas De Speaker can do whatever he wants to be in Tomatay Skerrit's cabal. He still will not kill the young fluffy cat with his small rabbit gun. The chef said that Posse de Graveyard has the most greedy and selfish leaders. She said that Mayor Darky Carey is fighting with Parle Rep Harry Fernie to score cheap political points. The helper said in Posse de Graveyard, de Fimel Quab Passa West End Dentu too. The chef said that the Mtwaka mayor built a tennis court on Benjamin's Park next to the bus stop without the knowledge of his Labah Parle Rep. She said that an indoor facility was being built on the waterlogged Benjamin's Park, and when they started pouring concrete, it began to sink, because no study was done on the playing field to find the most suitable place to build such a structure. Now everybody is blaming each other, but nobody wants the blame, so they have another floating building in Posse de Graveyard. The helper said that Jean Gwan tants are like those bigas on de Posse Beach, fighting for a tet bell. Boyd said that she wants to know why Judge Staffen ran away from the Dominica court system just after 3 months. The chef said that she wants to know who in the cabal has put pressure on toddler Lackey to step down. The assistant chef said that she wants to know who are the professionals putting pressure on Dr. McIntyre to leave the cabal, before the cabal leaves him. She said that she wants to also know why the Starboy of Stupidity is trying to cover his dirty CBI tracks after you got on the attack. The helper said that he wants to know why the residents of De La Plaine ghetto apartments are worried about the gangsta life that is taking over the shitty building.